Hello, it's Don again from Business Law Southwest. Today's video, I'm going to be pleased to have with me Lee Allbright. He's a financial advisor from Ameriprise. Lee has 25 years of experience working in insurance, which is the typical funding mechanism that business owners use for their succession plans. He's going to share with us some information about that process. Because as an attorney, I can write up a brilliant plan for your business, but if the plan itself is not funded, or it doesn't include specific details on how it will be funded, there's a chance that the plan will simply not be executable. Welcome, Lee.
Don, it's great to be here.
Thank you. In recent days, Business Law Southwest has been educating business owners on the importance of business succession plans. And as a quick reminder to our viewers, a written succession plan does several things. One thing it would do is determine the value of the business, indicate how the value of the business was determined, clearly listing who is going to acquire the business, determines how and when the business would be sold, details what happens to the business, client, employees, if the business owner becomes disabled or perhaps dies. Lastly, it's going to indicate where the money is going to come from to pay for the business transfer, and so kind of why we have you here. As you know, Lee, it seems like when you stop and think about it and consider that there are 56.8 million people in the United States that are employed by a small business, a succession plan can be a pretty important thing for both employees and customers.
That's right, Don. Approximately 1/3 of small business owners have no retirement plan, and approximately 2/3 have no business succession plan. As a financial advisor, it's imperative for me to educate clients on how important it is to protect their most important asset from any loss of value. Obviously, this careful planning will help enable business owners to simultaneously create a strong financial future for their businesses and also their loved ones.
Okay, so Lee, let's say we have a business owner and we've written a strong business succession plan for them, much like the succession plan that we talked about in our earlier video. The plan's written, and in order to make it work, it needs to be funded. Can you talk us through a little bit about how that process is set up?
You bet, Don. The funding amount is related to the value of the business. Now, your business may be priceless to you, but to our friends over at the IRS, they have requirements for determining a fair market value of your business. You talked about this in some length in our earlier video about selling your business, but for the sake of a quick review, the value assigned to your business must reflect fair market value. It must be fair to both buyer and seller. It must be fixed and determinable and under the buy-sell agreement. The buy-sell agreement itself must have a bona fide business purpose and must describe how a business will be transferred from the current owner to another owner in the future. Now, there are 6 primary sources of funding used to satisfy the terms of buy-sell agreements or business succession planning: installment sale, insurance, loan, personal funds, cash flow, or a sinking fund. Let's briefly chat about each one. Installment sale would allow for the purchase of the business to happen in predetermined installments. Insurance, a policy is taken out for death or disability on the owner. Should the owner die or become disabled, the proceeds of the insurance policy are used to buy out the owner and/or their family. Loan, very simple. The buyer or successor to the business takes out a traditional loan to pay the owner and/or their family members. Personal funds. For those lucky enough to have a nice savings account, they would simply write a check to the owner and/or their family members. Cash flow. This would refer to the business itself making payments to the owner and/or their family members. And finally, a sinking fund, where the company has been putting money away in a specialized savings account earmarked for the purpose of buying out an owner at some point.
That's a lot of options, Lee. Would you say that in your experience, one or more of those options is more commonly used?
Oh, Don, definitely. The instance of the unexpected, without a doubt, insurance is the most common funding source. Unexpected disability or death doesn't generally come with the luxury of a cash flush bona fide buyer showing up to take over your business and buy out your loved ones. The proceeds of an insurance policy quickly pays out to the family of the owner. In some cases, pays off outstanding company debt, and with the help of a well-drafted business succession plan, allows for smooth transfer of the company to its new owners with minimal impact to the employees or its clients. In instances of the expected, where the sale of the business has been planned, for example, an owner retiring, usually the process is longer, allowing for the owner to find a well-qualified buyer who has the ability to purchase the business through installment payments, by leveraging their own business, or taking out a personal loan from their own savings.
So what I'm hearing, Lee, is that if you want to protect your assets and your family from the unexpected, insurance plays a pretty big, important part of that equation. Is that right?
Definitely, Don. In fact, I recommend insurance play a significant role in business ownership. If you buy a policy and do not need to use it for an unexpected event, such as disability or death, after retirement or the transfer of the business through one of the other sources we have discussed, the policy can be retained and used for personal estate planning going forward or discontinued if not needed.
All right. So, Lee, what steps would the folks watching today take in order to fund their buy, sell, or business succession plan?
Well, hopefully the attorney drafting the succession plan can make some good recommendations for them. If not, a good place to start is with a solid financial planner, a client advisor, wealth management group, or a banker. I always remind my clients that it takes a team, a great accountant, a great lawyer, a great financial advisor to create an effective business succession plan. A well-crafted team working and communicating clearly with the business owner will help make the most of their most important asset in any circumstance, planned or unexpected.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, Lee. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
For those of you watching today, please make sure to view our entire series on business succession planning. And keep in mind that no two businesses are alike, so make sure that you're reaching out to professionals for their guidance. Thank you for watching, and as usual, don't forget to subscribe.